We'll be dealing with insurance issues, and we'll be following up with auto insurance policies. So any follow-up questions you have about that, which we talked about last week, I'll be glad to entertain that again. This week, we're having Steve Barrett in. Steve is the owner of Crawford's Auto Body, which is on Route 113 in Euclid. It's been a family business, I think, for the past 40 or more years. Our go-to expert in the county, as far as I'm concerned, for any kind of insurance issues and what the repairs are and what your rights are. And this becomes important to us because most of the time if we're in collisions or we have accidents, it's mostly property damage. Less often is it personal injury where I committed the case. But with the property damage cases, they can be very expensive, and you as a consumer really should be on top of your game as to what you deserve because you have bought the policy, you have the contract of insurance, and you should be treated fairly. So Steve's here today to talk about that. Welcome aboard.
Hi. I know Peter just went over it, but the importance of reading your insurance policy is the most important thing you can do to protect your automobile investment. I talk to customers all the time that have issues with their insurance carrier. I ask them to bring their insurance policy in, and they realize that they bought a policy that is not all the propaganda that we see on television. The first page of the handouts that I gave you, it says, if your vehicle has been damaged, the decision to where the vehicle is repaired is yours. What I see in my world is what we call a DRP shop. A DRP shop is a direct repair facility that's contracted to the insurance industry. It's similar to HMO. Where although the collision provider is repairing your car, his obligation and commitment is to the insurance industry, not necessarily yours. Unless you ask the facility if they're a DRP shop, most of the time you don't realize who's contracted to the insurance industry and what that means to you. I have a copy of some of insurance industry's paperwork, and you'll see from some of the leading carriers. And I'd like to go over with some of the language so you understand what you bought. Most people believe when they buy a policy that the purpose of the policy is to repair their car properly using original equipment parts and give them a car that is returned to 100% whole. And you'll see where they're promoting right here on this front page recycled parts and new non-OEM parts. We call these imitation and aftermarket parts. Most insurance companies today are selling policies that have language within the policy that state that they can repair your car using aftermarket parts. If you take the vehicle from the front end collision back, the parts that are installed by the original equipment manufacturer or the manufacturer of the automobile have been crash tested. They spend an awful lot of money and time and engineering design to make sure that that car handles in a particular way, to have the airbag deployed and to have the seatbelts retract properly.
If somebody takes their car to you as an independent person, does the insurance company recognize that and still will do the repair?
The insurance company has an obligation to pay for the cost of your repairs. It really makes no difference what shop or who repairs your car. But there's a conflict of interest there, because my interest should be to make sure that you get a safe repair, make sure that your investment is whole. I can't do that if I have a partnership over here with an insurance carrier who's saying that, well, the only part we're going to offer is an aftermarket part. And we deal with this more and more today. We have some of the leading insurance companies are coming out, and the appraisers are telling us he has to write the estimate for the cheapest part available. Well, the cheapest part available is not an original equipment part. There's several vendors out there that are providing, okay, just like any other part, you have good aftermarket parts. Although they're not OEM, they're still a better grade than the lesser grade aftermarket parts. So if you have 6 aftermarket parts, the bottom of the barrel could be like a really terrible fit, and this particular carrier is saying we're going to write the estimate using the cheapest part that we can find.
My son-in-law's car after his most recent collision.
Wow. How's he doing? Great. That's amazing.
You wonder how anyone could survive that. Cop running a red light with a ram bow on his car, even a great big thing. Hit him right in the driver's side.